We are on day 7, and today we pray for clarity. So, in a perfect world, we, wish that we could see the future, right? Very nice and clear. But if that was the case, then why would we need God? We're in a world where suddenly unexpected things rise all the time, and one minute everything can be under control, and the next minute we fall apart and we're just a complete failure. And that's life itself. We grow when we come to realizing that not all things are pretty and pink. And as much as we want them to, be, that's just not reality. And so, of course, this world offers many beautiful things, but we set our mind to the future and we know that the future will hold its best. It's because we come to, realization that we can't control all things. And so, suddenly, boom, something happens. A big bad thing happens, and we ask ourselves once again, God, why? Why is this happening? We try to juggle and we just try to, make things sense, and then the circle once again begins again, where we have to reconstruct all over again with no clarity, and the cycle continues. And it's pretty amazing how humans can easily mold and adjust based on their current circumstances that they face. I mean, it's like survival of the fittest in this world. And although we are breathing and we can see, inside we're just broken, we're numb, we're blinded a lot of the times, and we can't even see. Although we can physically see, we can't really see, and a lot of times we're walking around like zombies, like we're dead. And during those moments is when we know, and we go and we run to God and we're like, God, what's going on? Like, I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm broken. And we come back to God. And I love how we can always come back to him no matter what, because God always shows up. When we think he's not there, he's there, and he will guide us through the next steps. And we can't see the whole path because that whole path is way too complex, but God will show the light for the next steps. And that's what I love. Right now I'm reading a commentary of the book of John, and by John MacArthur, and he's breaking down the last few sentences that God and Jesus had on the day of the crucifixion. And during that time when God spoke to Jesus, there was many witnesses there, and some say that it was God that spoke to Jesus. Some said that it had thunder and it was like a big thunder moment. Some said that it was an angel speaking to Jesus. And John clearly heard what God said to Jesus. And it's amazing to see that when in a certain moment, when there's a lot of witnesses, or if someone's experiencing something very similar, we can all see different things or hear different things, right? And God speaks to all of us in different ways. And also, if you're close to God, you can hear things more clearly, because some people didn't even know what was going on. They couldn't even explain it because they had no idea how God can speak to people, specifically at that moment, Jesus. And things get misrepresented all the time, and we don't see the big picture. We don't quite clearly understand. And throughout the New Testaments, we see the disciples that really couldn't understand what was going on at that particular moment. They couldn't see the bigger picture, right? Even they were confused. Even they didn't have clarity of what was coming, or that certain moment that they were experiences, even with Jesus by their sides. It's amazing how even the disciples didn't have clarity during that chaotic time that they were living with Jesus. And God's path is very clear. And today at church, I heard that if we don't become dependent to God, to come and ask him, hey God, can you show clarity and tell me what exactly is going on right now, and can you show me what to do and how to move forward, then we're not going to be dependent on God, but our life should be dependent on Christ always. And so that's why, because we live in a world full of storms, that's why we always need to be by Christ, by his side, asking him, pleading him for guidance, to come and show up, to guide us so we can move forward as we live day to day. So I hope that this message encouraged you, and I wish you a great day.